God sends the prophets to correct his own people, right?
Yes, that's correct.
But the people don't want prophets who are bringing a message of correction. Rebuke, reproof, correction. They want to hear pleasantries. They want to hear nice things, and they're willing to hear lies in order to hear that. Now, Amaziah, this is from the book of Amos. Amaziah was the priest of Bethel. Now, Bethel was the religious capital of Israel, right? In chapter 7, verse 12 through 15, I'm going to read you that here in Amos. Then Amaziah said to Amos, "Go, you seer, flee away to the land of Judah, and there eat bread, and there do your prophesying. But no longer prophesy at Bethel, for it is a sanctuary of the king and a royal residence." Then Amos replied to Amaziah, "I am not a prophet, nor am I the son of a prophet, for I am a herdsman and a grower of sycamore figs. But the Lord took me from following the flock, and the Lord said to me, 'Go prophesy to my people Israel.'" Now what you have to get here, and what you have to understand, is Amaziah is a high priest here at Bethel. And Bethel is where the king lives. Bethel is where all the religious ceremonies, it's a seat of all of the religious ceremonies. So Amaziah is the high priest, okay? But not the high priest appointed by God in the tribe of Levi, but he's the priest that has been appointed since Israel broke away from Judah in the south. And he says to Amos, he says, "Don't prophesy here, for this is a sanctuary for the king and a royal residence." When he said to him, "Go flee to the land of Judah." Now remember, if you were at the beginning of these Bible studies, Amos came from Judah in the south. God sent him from Judah in the south to go north to Israel to prophesy, to speak the word of God. So now Amaziah says, "Go down there and eat bread and do your prophesying." When he says go down there and eat bread, he's saying go down there and earn your living. Because to him, religion is a living. Being a priest, that's a job. So he assumes, and this is, by the way, you need to understand this. People have a tendency, it is our human nature, to think that other people are like you. Liars will always think that everybody is a liar. And one of the dangers is that if you're a person of integrity, you'll think that everybody else has integrity, and that ain't always so. But people that are these professional religious people, they think everybody that's involved in religion is a professional religious person. They think that they're all alike. So Amaziah is saying to Amos, go earn your money down in Judah. Don't do it here. We don't want to hear you. And what Amos says is, "I'm not a prophet, nor the son of a prophet." You see, it wasn't so much, it's not the title on your business card. It is the calling of God in your life. It is easy. As a matter of fact, I can, if you want, I have a really good source for business cards out in California. Inexpensive, they do a great job. If you want to get new business cards with really fancy titles on them. But that's not what it's about. It's about the calling of God in your life. It's about the ministry that God has called you to. And that should be evident to people. That should be evident to people. If it's not, then there's something wrong either in you or in them or in both of you. All right, so that was the thing. And he says, but the Lord, Amos says to Amaziah, "But the Lord took me from following the flock, and the Lord said to me, 'Go prophesy to my people Israel.'" So what he's saying is, I'm not a professional prophet. I don't do this for a living. I'm doing it because God called me and told me to do it. Now, if you have a ministry, if you're doing something, and by the way, every Christian should have a ministry. But if you're doing a ministry and you're not doing it because God called you to do it, I don't care what the ministry is, you're doing it for the wrong reason. Okay, so let's be clear about that. You need to be doing what God has called you to do. And if you don't know what God has called you to do, get on your face before God. Go into your prayer closet. Go someplace and get in touch with God and find out. Because you need to be fulfilling His purpose in your life.
We are His hands, and we are His feet. Give the good news to everyone you meet. Tell them that He loves love Him. Tell them that He cares. Remember wherever you are, Jesus is there. Ambassadors of peace, ministers of